Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia and today we're going to be doing our July budget. I feel like I just did my June budget and it's probably also because I'm behind on my June budget videos. But this is how my June budget looked like last month and I love how it looks. For the budget, I like to put it right after the dashboard on this page over here. So I'm going to continue doing that for this month as well. And the kit I'm going to be using is going to be from my shop. It's going to be the July budget. I don't have multiple patterns. It's just the one kit that has two different washi patterns in it and two different thin washi patterns as well. But this is what it looks like. I'm pretty sure I'm going to use the floral for this one. I believe it was for August or September. I was going to switch up the washies, but for this month I am going to just stick with what it is. But for the budget kit, the bundle all comes with all 6 spreads here. This is going to be for the July monthly budget. Then we have the weekly balance to balance out my checking accounts. Since we are cashless budgeters, I like to be able to use this to balance out all the accounts so I know how much should be in it. Then we have the weekly check-in here for the categories, savings tracker, the variable income, and then the sinking funds and transaction log. Today, the only ones we're going to be doing is going to be the July budget, the sinking funds, and the variable income. The rest of these sheets, I will go ahead and save for the other videos. First, let's go ahead and of course do our July budget. I'm thinking of switching the thin washi. So instead of using this washi, I'm going to be using both of these washies with this thick washi. They're both stars, but this one's all gold and blue and this one has like the different colors. So that's what I'm going to do for this one. And we're going to go ahead and set it up. I hope that the lighting is okay in here. I'll go ahead and just line this up. For this month's budget, it's going to be the same as all the other months, honestly. The only difference is that for the sinking funds, not the sinking funds, for the gas, I will be lowering it since this month I don't believe we're going to be traveling around as much. So I should be able to lower it okay without us going over. I say that, but then again, gas prices could continue going up. So I honestly have no idea, but let's just see where it goes. We'll have our normal incomes, which is going to be general and extra. For the month of July, I will be getting 3 paychecks, which is nice. So that extra paycheck will be considered as extra. But since all the income that we get for July, I will be using for August, that would technically be the extra income for August. Because I like to have all of the funds available and ready to go at the very beginning of the month. So for July, all of the income that came in for June is my budget for July. And I'm just gonna steal these 2 washis. I'll just trade them out. So the one that's for this July one, I'll use it for the savings one. Or actually, let me take it from this one instead. Because the savings tracker, I use 2 washis. For the variable income, I only use 1. Oh wait. Why did I take that now? But for the budget, let's go ahead and lay down our sections here. So the sections will be the same as always. That's why sometimes I kind of feel bad to do these videos because they're quite repetitive. If anything changes, the change is very, very small. But my categories are going to be the same as all the other months, which is going to be groceries. Groceries, we're going to budget $400 for eating out. We'll be budgeting $300 for gas. Last month we budgeted $400. This month we're going to budget $300 and let's hope that that's enough because I don't believe we're going to be making any trips to Philadelphia, especially since my husband in the middle of the month, he should be able to work from home full time since I will be due September. We'll see. Allowance will have 100 and then for pups we'll have 50. So those are our budgets for our monthly categories, and these are kind of like our cash envelopes, I guess you can say, if we were to have cash envelopes. But these are just what I have here. And since we don't have cash envelopes, everything's electronic for us. For fixed, we'll have sinking funds. And then I also have Ally for savings, because I do want us to save, even if it's just a little bit. I want us to be able to save something each month. So I have that in here for a fixed amount. I'll know more of what to put for the Ally one once we figure out how much we're going to put in sinking funds. And then after that, those are all of our monthly categories. We'll need to be able to eat and pay for gas and everything and live for this month. And then this section down here, as always, will be all of our bills. So we'll have our variable bills. Oh wait, wrong sheet. So we'll have our variable bills. I don't have my glasses on, guys, so if I look like I'm struggling a little bit, I actually am. So we'll have variable, estimated, actual, and then we'll have our fixed bills over here on this side. We're thinking of changing our phone carrier, but that's not going to be for this month. So this month will be the same. So for variable, we have utilities gas. Then we have utilities electric. Then we'll have mobile. And then holder. Gas comes out of credit cards. So I like to just put that there so I remember. The estimated for gas, we're going to do 110 like the other months. And then for electric, we'll do 170. For mobile, we'll do 200 as always. And then for the holder, we'll put $5.34 as usually, since this amount makes everything equal to an even amount. I'll show you guys at the end if this is your first time seeing me budget. But it's just easier for me to remember how much we need for the month to pay for all of our bills. But that is what our variable bills look like. Now for our fixed bills, we have our mortgage. And our mortgage is at $2,135.38. Then we have our internet. And internet comes out of credit card. This one is $79.99. I think this is going to change too, because this was a promo for 2 years. So we'll have to find out how much the cost is going to be after this. Then we have student loans. So we have student loans A, student loans D for me and my husband. Mine is $180.06. This is definitely not the number anymore, especially since the pandemic paused it and it's been paused. It's probably, both of ours have gone up quite a bit. So when it continues again, I can't wait to see what the new amount's going to be. So I have Netflix. Netflix comes out of credit card. And then we have Spotify. This comes out of credit card as well. Both of these are $10.59. We're planning to go to T-Mobile, and if we go to T-Mobile, they're supposed to give you free Netflix. So that'll be one less expense. But we're still debating, especially because my aunt is on our phone plan. So she doesn't know if she wants to move over with us or not. So we'll see. So HOA is $80.66. Disney Plus. Disney Plus is like a whole package, but this one is $21.19. Then we have HBO. And this one is $15.89. So all of the fixed amounts combined, all the fixed bill amounts combined, the total is going to be $2,714.66. And then the total amount for all the variable bills combined, this equals to $385.34. So let me lay down this last little piece down here. Okay, so that looks good. So I went ahead and put all of my lines down real quick, just so you guys can see it. And I'm gonna lay down the deco pieces, but for the first one here, I do just want to put the estimate, and the estimate is just for all of our bills in total. So all of the variable bills plus all the fixed bills, these two numbers combined down here equals to $3,100. So we know that we need $3,100 in order to pay for all of our bills. The reason why I separate them is because bills is our bills. I want to make sure that we always have enough for our bills, because our variable for like our little gas expenses or eating out, groceries and stuff, I can always adjust those, but for bills you can't really adjust them. So we need $3,100 for bills, and then up here for all of our monthly categories over here, we have a $1,150. That's the $400 plus the $300 plus the $150 over here. This is how much we'll need for all of our monthly categories over here. So in total so far, it looks like what we have budgeted is we need $3,100 plus $1,150, and that means we need $4,250 so far for the month of July for everything we budgeted out. And of course, the only other things is for sinking funds and for Allie for how much we want to save. So when I do the sinking funds video, I'll be able to transfer that number over. But that is what the July budget is looking like so far. And I love how it's turning out. I love that I did the more neutral colors since the prints are so bold. Let's go ahead and do our variable income over here. Before I forget, let me actually lay these down. So we have our bills, then we have our little, not really cash envelopes, but kind of like cash envelopes. We have our little savings, and then the money bag, I think I'm going to put on for the savings tracker, the variable income, like I did last time. But we'll do the variable income first since that one is over here. Okay, so that washi is down. Do variable income. And for the variable income, I put our paychecks on here as variable income because we're not salary, we're hourly. So whatever we get every single paycheck, it could vary a little bit, even by like a few dollars, few cents, whatever it is. If we do overtime, then of course there'll be more, things like that. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the variable income thing all the way down here. And I'm currently, the only income that I receive and I calculate for is our paychecks. So I'm gonna do paycheck 1 to 5 since we'll have 5 paychecks for this month. Okay, so those are all of our paychecks, and that is what the variable income looks like so far. Next, we're going to do our savings tracker. And our savings tracker, I do right next to the dashboard. Most likely for the savings tracker, I'm gonna do it exactly the same as I did last month. I won't be able to fill it all out with you guys, but I think that this time around I will write out all of the categories that I have. Oh, I realized I don't think I'll be able to do that since all the categories are in the accounts and I'm currently using my phone to record. So I won't be able to go in to copy everything down. Probably for the month of August, I'll write down all the categories with you guys. Yeah, we'll probably do that instead. So next month I'll make sure to have everything written down so I can do our savings like categories with you guys, so you guys can see how I do it. I don't know why that was so hard for me to put down, but okay. So for savings tracker, this is our savings tracker for our external bank account, which is for Allie. Our internal one, our savings account that's hooked into our accounts. The one that I go over in the video that I'm going to link below, which talks about our checking and savings accounts and how they're set up. That one, I don't have tracking here. I just have the external one tracked here. I used to track it here, and I used to have another savings account where I tracked here as well, but I now have only one. So we don't really touch this one at all, so that's why I'm not really leaving that much space. But that's also why you'll see it like a section here for account. Like if you have multiple accounts, you can put that in here. But let me go ahead and put this washi down, this thin washi. And I know that I have 8 categories. So I will go ahead and put the 8 categories on here. So you have 1, go to I'm so blind, I didn't realize that there was another one here. So this sheet is now done. I'm gonna go ahead and move one of these just so I don't have too many of the same color. Let's do this tan one up here as well. We'll do another one of these red ones. And the last two blues. But the reason why I'm putting them here is because I have 8 categories I want to track. And essentially, the account that we use at Ally, it comes with like, you can separate your stuff into buckets, and it's like, it comes with the account. So it's not like additional accounts or additional savings accounts or anything like that. You're able to break up your savings into multiple different categories just to visually see what you're trying to achieve and what you're trying to attain. So I just recently started using it, and I actually really do enjoy it. That's kind of why I'm separating it out on here, because I feel like it's motivation to see it and to watch it grow. So for example, for last month, I shared with you guys that one of our categories is for our fence, and then the goal is to save $7,000 for the fence. You can put the current amount that you have in that bucket for that as well. Let's say like it's 1,000, then you can put 1,000 here. And then I also like to write the percent in there, because inside of the app for Ally, it shows you like a percent of like where you're at. So let's say the amount that you have inside of this bucket is 7,000, then of course it'll be 100% of that bucket achieved. So that's kind of why I like to put them all out, because I know one of them is for bean, and then I have an emergency one, and I have like some other few categories. I don't think maybe I won't share all of the categories because some of them are a little bit more private. I will for sure share more of this in next month. But this is what our budget looks like for this month of July, and this is the savings tracker, and this is actually really festive for July. The dashboard, however, is going to be like usually for that we have amounts for 401k for both my husband and myself, HSA for him and myself, student loans, the debt for him and myself as well. And then we have for upcoming events that are coming up that's going to require us to pay something. Like this month, I know we have to pay our water bill. For super bill for this month, the month of July is where we have to pay our water bill. But I'll put those down, and also this month recap for anything that we had a huge expense for. Like for the month of May, you guys might know that we had a tire blowout. So that costs like over $1,000. We have our credit score down here that we'll save, and also our summary of how much we spent from our overall monthly category section in our sinking funds, how much we spent from savings, and then how much we spent on bills. So for the total for bills, for example, for the month of May was under budget, because normally it's $3,100. But that is what this dashboard will look like for us. Every month looks exactly the same, but that is what that'll be. So we have dashboard, savings tracker, then we have variable income, and then our July budget. So that is going to be it for this budget with me. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much as always for tuning in. I hope that you guys have an amazing day, and hopefully I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye!